my daily dose of Sean Farash as President Trump, and it is the best impression ever on the planet.
Ever.
I love him so much. It's amazing. Yeah, if you're not following Sean Farash on TikTok,
what
or
are you
Instagram,
even doing?
or
what are you doing?
X, like, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you need to rush over and go do that right now. Or maybe you have to wait until after the show.
Yeah, after the show.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome and happy Freedom Friday. Welcome to Open Mic with Allie and Michelle. We've had every emotion imaginable, and it's only 10 a.m. And so that's how we roll. There were tissues at one time.
Like, listen, Florida's full, y'all. And then everybody decided not to go to work or school today, so like
Right?
it took me literally 16 minutes to take my kids to school the normal time instead of 45 minutes in the amounts of traffic that we're in every day. But today, I guess, because it's half day.
Why is it half day? They get
Friday,
2 weeks off.
Right, half day before the, yeah. And I'm like, don't get used to this, because your job is not going to do, unless you're CEO, which is what I'm trying to raise you to be. Work for yourself, not other people.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah. How's everybody doing out there?
How are we doing? Oops, I have music in my ear. Sorry. Is that the Lord trying to make me happy?
No, it's Kevin.
Oh, it's Kevin.
It's Kevin.
We got it in our ear. Welcome, guys. We're gonna get it together today. Should we introduce our new friend? We had him yesterday a little bit.
Donnie the Elf. Don on the lawn, but he's actually currently sitting on a coffee cup. So
keep it warm.
Oh my God. Steaming.
This is the man of my life. All right, we've got a lot to talk about. We're gonna catch you up to date on what's happening with Brown University.
Lots to talk about today, y'all.
Lots to talk about with that. We've got an upcoming Patriot Games, I guess, eventually. That doesn't sound
exciting.
like the odds forever be in your favor. But we're going to talk about what Kennedy has come out and said in regards to chopping off healthy body parts for young people and what the stance is of the federal government. Plus, David Pollack joins us for just the tail end of the show, guys. He is out west, where obviously AmFest is ramping up, so we can't wait to have him on later. Guys, buckle up. It's going to be a fun show. Let's go ahead and open that mic.
Taking back our freedom, back to where we started. We're wearing our red hat tonight. It takes more than just a feeling. Oh, better be believing, and America's gonna be home.
What do you do when they try to cancel you? MAGA Nation, we cancel proof. My red hat stays on. My red hat stays on. You know I love God, but in Trump I trust. November 5th, he gon' ride with us. Our red hat stays on. Our red hat stays on. It's the mayor of Maggie,ville, the RNC King. 2024, freedom gon' ring. Mr. Red, White, and Blue. I'm still fighting for each one of you. And keep your red hat on.
Interesting. Do we have more gremlins?
I don't know, but I cannot repost our stream.
We're live? Okay. Interesting, guys. Well, we thank you wherever you're tuning in from. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like us. Make sure you comment. We'd love to know where you're viewing us from and what your holiday plans are. Let us know. And also make sure you share it both on social media, but also share it through word of mouth with all of your family and friends. Continuing on, Allie, we got this word yesterday that Trump is going to make another announcement to the nation. Hey, no. Another announcement to the nation today at 1 p.m.
I mean, it just doesn't ever stop, and I'm excited. I can't wait. I wonder what he's going to talk about now. Everyone's going to be tuning in like crazy.
I don't have any idea. Do you have any idea what this might be?
Maybe it's all the things that we thought he was going to talk about last time. He's going to talk about today. I don't know.
Aliens and Venezuela, and not those aliens.
I mean, it could be. It could be. You never know. I don't even know.
So right after your lunch break, make sure you tune in to the whitehouse.gov to get those updates.
I cannot reshare.
On what platform?
On X. It will not let me.
I got it on Facebook and others. So guys, if you're watching us from X, give us a shout out so that way we know where everything's good. Allie, the shooter last night, you and I were actually on the phone. And I hate to say that we're pessimists, because we're not. Or that we're sour, because we're not.
No, we just think critically.
Think critically, and we're like, I don't know, something sounds a little bit off. But not that it does, but just saying, you know, in this day and age, we like to kind of ask the questions, all the questions. I want to play this little blurb about what took place.
He just keeps all right, sir. Commander-in-Chief, you do what you want. Goodness gracious.
We need a little Melania here to keep him in check. But the suspected shooter in Brown University's mass shooting has been allegedly found. He did take his own life. Take a listen.
Source has just told Fox News that the suspected shooter was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Let's bring back in Paul Mara. Paul, obviously a huge development just broke while you were explaining beautifully what, you know, your opinion. So we know that the suspected shooter went into the facility. Those brave law enforcement officers followed him in there. We didn't know until this moment if he had even remained in there, gone in his unit, exited the building. But Paul, we're now told by a highly placed source that they have found the suspected shooter dead, apparently from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. What's your reaction?
Well, first of all, not an uncommon occurrence in the.
Yeah, we'll bring it back. So this happened. This was breaking late last night, and I know what you're thinking. Salem, New Hampshire. Like how does that play a role in it? This was pretty interesting, Allie. So we had the Brown University shooting, which was a few days ago.
Right.
And then I didn't know this. I didn't know that Massachusetts Institute of Technology also had a shooting.
That hasn't made much news circulation at all.
This is who was the one that was shot at MIT. Take a look at his picture. This is the professor of nuclear science and physics. His name is Numo Lorero. He was shot and killed in Brookline, Massachusetts. So we didn't hear about this. This didn't make major airwaves, but until really recently, last night is when I found out about it. Allie, I'm going to have Krista play this, how the two are tied.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yes, the question was how were we able to link him to the two crimes? So investigators identified the vehicle that he had rented in Boston and then drove to Rhode Island. And he was seen the vehicle was seen outside of Brown, and there was security footage that showed a person who resembled him. There was financial investigations that were going on in the background that linked him not only to that car, but also to the hotels that he had rented and the car that he had used to not only drive to Rhode Island, but then back to Boston. And then there was the security footage that captured him within a half mile of the professor's residence in Brookline. And there is a video footage of him entering an apartment building in the location of the professor's apartment. And then later that evening, he is seen about an hour later entering the storage unit wearing the same clothes that he had been seen wearing right after the murder.
So Laura Loomer posted this 10 hours ago, and she said, so the shooter lived in Miami, flew to Providence, drove to Massachusetts, but his storage unit was in New Hampshire, and now Israel is investigating the shooter's ties to Iran? Yeah, we're never going to hear about this story ever again, are we? End quote. I don't think she's wrong. There's a lot crazy going on with this. Like, there's a lot of intertwining. Like, you couldn't make this up. Again, I feel like I'm in Shondaland.
And here's the part that's not getting talked about anymore. And you will not hear it on any other news source but here. Eyewitness accounts say the shooter yelled something before shooting.
Right.
Something along the lines of whatever they shoot when it's like a suicide thing for Islam. I don't know that. I wasn't there, but that's what eyewitness reports were saying, and they were saying it early on. Nobody was able to corroborate yes or no. And I know what you're thinking. I know you're thinking $70,000 a year to attend Brown University. They probably have like a ton of security cameras, right? Because all universities do. But recent reports that came out this morning show that the reason why they had security cameras at Brown University, but they were not being used, is because they were hosting very large Free Palestine protests and all the trans Tifa, Democrat Tifa protests, and they disengaged the cameras as to not out all of the protesters. They didn't want to be recognizable by facial recognition. So, wow. I hope there's some serious lawsuits holding Brown University responsible.
Goodness. That is a massive, possibly
you know what we would
class
know?
action lawsuit right there.
We would know. Did his mouth open and he was saying something?
Right.
And a lot of these cameras also have audio. We saw that with Uvalde. I mean, I don't want to hear that audio, but they had audio as well. So I like Laura Loomer's post.
I do too. I hope we get to the bottom of it, because this is a crap storm. I have nothing. I don't know. This is crazy.
Well, this is why I don't want to be a pessimist, but this is why we question things the way we do. We still don't know a lot of detail about the shooter that tried to assassinate President Donald Trump.
Right.
We still don't know, although I feel like, because whether you like it or not, Candace and Erica are kind of keeping this front and center. I feel like we're getting more information about Charlie Kirk, and I think we'll see that hopefully televised, the trial. It should be. But we historically don't get a lot of information on these things. So one person that does it very well is Jesse Waters, and I could tell you the story, but he tells it better himself. I just want you to know, we did not hear from the Rhode Island police chief really at all through any of this. And I'm sorry, the head of campus security. We did not hear from the head of campus security, not once through all of this.
Why?
Well,
why not?
He may have been on his way out. And it may have been a good reason why he was on his way out. So was it a failure of security as well? Take a listen. This is a longer clip.
My goodness.
We're going to play most of it. Jesse Waters, take a look.
And that is typical for that academic space.
So that right there is the mysterious campus safety chief, Rodney Chapman. Funny, we haven't really heard from him. Where's he been? Well, we just discovered the Brown University police chief isn't really a big fan of policing. He once said this: communities don't want policing done to them. How this guy came to Brown is a crazy story. He was the head of campus security at the University of Utah. And right after he was hired there, he was immediately suspended because he didn't have the proper credentials. Utah then told him, we're going to fire you or you're going to have to resign. What's it going to be? So Rodney resigned, and Brown said, we'll take you. And right before this shooting, Brown's police union issued a vote of no confidence in Chief Rodney. The chief's own men accused Rodney of endangering officers and creating a toxic workplace culture. Rodney should know the campus better than anyone, but all week he's been hiding under his desk. He's obviously completely unqualified. Brown's the most liberal Ivy League school, and they take DEI more seriously than safety. The school's been under intense pressure from the Palestinian students. The president, who was a no-show at today's presser, has been heckled for years by Muslim underclassmen. She always bends the knee, but they heckle her anyway. Over the summer, radical left human rights groups demanded Brown disable their security cameras so Palestinian activists could raise hell under the radar. Did they cave? We asked. No response. It's not just Brown. The whole city is a DEI mess. You know who else was at the press conference? The Providence City Council Chief of Staff is a genderless bisexual who was arrested for protesting at Trump Tower this year. Meanwhile, the police chief could be compromised. Turns out the chief's nephew was sentenced to 22 years in federal prison for running one of the largest fentanyl rings in Rhode Island. And Mayor Smiley promoted him to chief knowing his family was trafficking.
Let's bring it back, Chris.
Why would Smiley?
You guys need to put your feet up at home.
This makes The Wire look like fiction. And we know it wasn't. It was based in fact in Baltimore. Well, Providence, I think you got yourself on the national news map. I don't know what to say. If people in Providence that don't want this kind of mess to continue, please make sure you go out and vote for the right candidates this year in 26, because that's crazy.
Rhode Island, what is going on?
They're captured by communist, socialist Democrats.
Come on.
Do we expect anything else?
I'm hoping that this morning, Rhode Islanders are waking up going,
Yes.
this isn't, I've just been working and providing for my family. When the hell did our area turn into, like, you know, like you said, a communist land? When did we become so vastly unable to do our jobs? Think about if you went to work today or Monday and handled your work the way some of these people have. Do you have a job on Tuesday? Of course not. There's responsibility and accountability, except in these areas. And that's why we hate to see something like this happen. But I do enjoy seeing what percolates under the surface of things that we probably should have known all along.
Right.
There is, Allie, I don't see how those who lost their lives in this tragedy don't have a really quality case against the university, against their safety, against
the police chief, against the security head of security, against. I mean, seriously, they're going to be in lawsuits for a really long time, and I do hope that there's a lawyer that is watching that could possibly help the victims of this tragedy get through this. This is just. The level of incompetence, I am always amazed by the level of incompetence that people exude. And I as much as we struggle with the gravity of the situation, I'm glad that light is being shown on those that are currently in charge, because clearly they're not qualified. And clearly, when you are not qualified to do a job, lives are at risk.
And Allie, there has been reporting that both the shooter and the professor from MIT that was shot, they both went to college together, undergrad together, and the professor at MIT is I don't know if you want to. I don't want to say that he's necessarily Jewish. He's a Jewish supporter, Israeli supporter. And the shooter has had some ties to people that are not. So I just wonder, and then you look at Brown University, and I know Laura Loomer is doing a lot of digging right now on the financial backing of that college, and where the funds are coming from. We're going to find out it's from countries that don't like us. But we've also we're not done yet with the fact of how much they dropped the ball on this, because you know that thing that like every police cruiser in the world has. Actually, some of you probably have it. Yeah, dash cams. You can't make this up. Take a listen. Oh, wow.
Does that mean that the dash cam in that cruiser was on and activated, and have police been able to recover anything useful from that video?
So that was a brown police cruiser, and I'm not sure if they have body cameras in their cruisers. I don't think they do.
Dash cam, no.
That's,
Okay.
You know what I also noticed?
There's no dash cams.
Because why? Why would you just not? Why would you not? Why have them? Because, sure, that makes sense. You know what I also saw that really drove me crazy about this press conference?
What, ma'am?
Why is the mayor, while there's someone standing taking questions, like the chief of police that you just saw right there, he's not pointing to take questions from people. You got the mayor behind him pointing out who to talk to. Why?
You said to me last night, and Allie, I love this, because being in press conferences, you can see, you can always feel when there's a shift in energy. And you said I forget how you said it.
Extremely nervous. They are
nervous and like a controlled, like a censored control.
They are way too nervous to be. And I'm like, well, maybe at first I was like, well, maybe it's because it's a small town. Rhode Island's a very small state. They're not used to getting all this heat from the nation. Like, they're on the national news syndicate, and everybody's looking at everything. So I can understand there being a lot of anxiety and a lot of nervousness going into these press conferences. But the press room is not that full. Like, Rhode Island only has maybe 4 publications.
Well, they've now got Coastal Conservative News Rhode Island.
Right.
Which we're happy for.
So it's just, I was just very something's wrong with the way that they're, I don't know.
Well, and
chime in below. Let us know. Comment. Let us know what you think about the whole situation.
So now add up the collectiveness of all the things we've talked about, all the ties, all the things, and now we're gonna just knock your socks off. Take a look at this. This is from Brown. This is from Brown University. Let's see if we can get.
Hold on tight, y'all.
If we can get the picture of the undocumented student program. See if we can get that, Krista.
Say that one more time.
This is from their website. Yep, I think it's the next one, Krista. At the top, it says what? Undocumented student program.
Wow.
Breaking news, Brown University has conspired to facilitate a massive university-wide illegal aliens undocumented student program authorized by Brown University's president, Christina Paxson, and her obsession with DEI. Okay, can't protect the students there that are from this country, but that is where this has been the push in higher education. It's not just Brown University, although, I mean, we're seeing it here firsthand. There they are blatantly saying that their focus is on undocumented students. They have special programs to get undocumented students in their school.
They receive federal funding.
And they've been pushing back on Trump's demand to get it together.
Brown University has an undocumented student program. They are aiding and abetting illegal aliens. Yes, that's a crime to come into America without going through the proper procedure to come here. You are a criminal. This is wow.
Says here that the president. I know. I can't handle it either. I know. I just quit. I quit. I know. But sir, we got you. We got you. It's okay. He's like, you can't make this stuff up. I know, sir. The ignorance is a bliss. I get it.
It's crazy.
That's why you got open mic, ladies. We got it. We got it.
He's like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm done. Undocumented at a college. This is insane. We understand, sir.
But Brown University's president
hold it together.
has been in pursuit of billions of dollars to operate the university's far-left extremist academic programs and to grow the already obese, multi-billion-dollar. Do you hear those sirens? Should we be scared? Multi-billion-dollar university endowments. So that's tax dollars that are then being funneled to support this mess.
Shut it down. There needs to be a massive investigation into Brown. This is just wild. Wow. Did you see this on your bingo card, y'all?
I don't even want to put together the 2026 bingo card.
I'm not putting one together for 2026. I'm just going to go. It's open hand. Okay. This is what we're giving today?
Yes, Lord.
All right.
I'm not going to pretend I know.
We just going to move forward.
Would you like some good news? And would you like it coupled with Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War? Yes, says the open mic ladies. Wow. Okay, take a look at this. Pete Hegseth, let's roll the video.
John chapter 1, and the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Born in Bethlehem 2,000 years ago, the greatest story ever told. And the best part about it is, it's a true story.
I know every single day you face unthinkable and maybe even seemingly impossible obstacles as you protect the freedoms that we enjoy. And I just want to know that there are so many people lifting you up in prayer and committing to pray for each and every one of you daily.
Isaiah 9:6 reads, "For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. And in his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace."
I'm so grateful to God for each and every one of you, and so grateful for the sacrifices that you make.
For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. God bless you, and a Merry Christmas to each and every one.
Here you have it, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and his beautiful wife there. They gathered at the Pentagon to work, and he says this is from his page, to worship the King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
I love it because this is reminiscent of the early,
like Washington and all
country.
of them? Yeah.
When our founding, before our founding, this is what they were doing. So I love that we're turning back into this nostalgic kind of way of government, even though it's the proper way of government. It's amazing to see, and I'm glad that they have the courage to stand in it and do it. So,
and especially on the eve of our 250th. I saw that. I'm like, well, I don't want to know what that was. On the eve
Their
of
soldiers doing crazy dances because they got their 1776 dividends and they're all just going nuts. You can't, especially lower enlisted. So they're just bad.
It looked like a Cardi B music video. I was like,
it's wild.
So, Allie, if I was to
Soldiers are crazy.
may the odds forever be in your favor, what would you think of? Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
Okay, so
the Olympics.
President Trump is saying that as we celebrate July 4th, 2026, the biquincentennial of the United States, he is going to have what's going to be called the Patriot Games. He's going to have one young man, one boy, one girl, and they're going to be, you're going to compete, and there'll be one victor of both. But take a look, take a listen.
In my campaign for president, I pledged to give America the most spectacular birthday party the world has ever seen for America's 250th anniversary on July 4th next year. Already we've had big celebrations to commemorate the 250th birthdays of the Army, the Navy, and the United States Marines, but there is much, much more to come. We're going to have a good time. As we ring in 2026, Americans across the nation will see the iconic Washington Monument illuminated with festive birthday lights to honor the start of this historic anniversary year. Then from June 25th to July 10th of next year, we will host the Great American State Fair on the National Mall, featuring pavilions from all 50 states, highlighting breathtaking innovations and celebrating America's exceptional history and culture. Frankly, you'll never see anything like it, and you'll never see anything like it again. In the fall, we will host the first ever Patriot Games, an unprecedented 4-day athletic event featuring the greatest high school athletes, one young man and one young woman from each state and territory. But I promise there will be no men playing in women's sports. You're not going to see that. You'll see everything but that.
We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back,
As I first
Krista.
announced in 20...
I love this so much. I think that is I think what is missing from our country right now is to build up our young people, the next generation, and give them something to look forward to on a national scale. I think this is great.
I would rather see the Patriot Games than the Olympics. And I
1,000%.
I may not be like in the majority there, but I don't even care. But
let's highlight our youth.
Absolutely, absolutely. Guys,
why not?
We've got so much coming your way, including David Pollack joining us later, so make sure you stay right here after this short break. We'll be right back.
From the heart of Marietta, Georgia, comes a tribute to the spirit of liberty. Liberty Cigars, where history meets craftsmanship. Each cigar tells a story. The Founders Collection honors the visionaries who shaped a nation. The President's House Collection celebrates the leaders who steered it. And the Naval Series salutes the heroes who defended it. Handcrafted with precision, each blend mirrors the essence of its namesake. From the boldness of George Washington to the elegance of Thomas Jefferson. Indulge in a moment of reflection. Light a Liberty cigar and savor the legacy. Discover your story at libertycigars.com, because every great nation deserves a great cigar. Liberty Cigars, smoke the history. And don't forget to use promo code OpenMic for 10% off your order.
I don't need to see that this morning. There's a picture on the First Lady's social media of her and Mr. President kind of standing hand in hand, and then the second picture he leans over and gives her a kiss on the cheek, which she is tall, so he is really tall.
Yeah, he's like...
How tall is President Trump?
Probably like 6'2", I think.
Well, and Barron is like...
Yeah.
I don't know what they were feeding him. Welcome back to Open Mic, guys. We are just fast forwarding here to the next story now. Allie, I love that you and Nurse Laura are always educating me on this topic because when you talk about cannabis, and especially here in the state of Florida, I know there's very differing views on marijuana, cannabis, whatever. But we're talking in the lens of medical freedom and in the lens of why we aren't able to research the benefits, the medicinal benefits of cannabis. So President Trump yesterday announced that he's reclassifying cannabis from like a level 1 to a level 3, and that allows for more research to take place. I want you to. There's a doctor that said it better than I could ever say it. Take a listen, then we'll talk about it.
I'll add my vote of thanks, Mr. President. I never really thought this day would come. I met a patient about 20 years ago, a retired professor named Elizabeth, who came to my clinic. She was dying of pancreatic cancer, and she asked me then whether cannabis might help her. And I said no, because that's what I learned in medical school. She reached into her briefcase, took out a 3-inch tall stack of articles, put them down on my desk, and said, "Really, doctor? You should read these. You might learn something." And I did read those articles, every single one, and found a bunch more. And I did learn something. I learned that there actually is some medical benefit to cannabis that I had not anticipated, never heard about in medical school. Second, I learned that there was a lot we don't know. And third, I learned it's really, really, really difficult to do high-quality, randomized controlled trials of a substance that's federally illegal. This rescheduling has the potential to change all of that and to rewrite the way that we do research related to cannabis in the United States in 3 ways. First of all, it'll democratize.
So taking it from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3, it's not recreationalizing it. It's not changing your state laws in that way. What it's saying is that now you can actually use it, because you can't do research on it if it's something that's considered illegal.
Right. Well, this is why they're able to use other kinds of illicit drugs in medical research in other countries.
Okay.
Because they have reclassed a lot of these drugs.
Right.
And so they're seeing a lot of breakthroughs in patients with chronic illness or PTSD or anything dealing with your mental or physical ailments, right? And so I think this is a good way to, advance our medical industry without, especially under Bobby Kennedy, without all of the crazy pharma cartel BS, which is going to be difficult to do, because that is partly why I think they have reclassed or scheduled marijuana as a Scheduled 1 drug, so that they couldn't, do these researches, do these programs, because a lot of times people will get on CBD or they'll take, different modalities of cannabis, and they're off all of their pharmaceuticals.
And that's something that we've talked about. And I am highly uneducated on this topic, so I largely
you actually have an endocannabinoid system within your body.
So I lean on people like Allie and some of the others in our circle, because I have what I think is a very strong opinion about things. But when you talk to people, when you talk to those that are either struggling with PTSD or chronic pain, and you think about what they're constantly having to take, you cannot tell me that Oxy is a better. I mean, shouldn't you have the choice? Shouldn't you have the choice to do that?
Right to try.
And so I just caution our viewers out there, if you're anything like me and you kind of maybe have always had your mind made up on something, listen, this is a good thing to allow our medical community to now do what they do best, right? What we said we wanted even through COVID, right? Let them be doctors, let them be scientists, let them perform, let them treat their patients and let the patients have a say. And I think if you're somebody who's struggling with chronic pain, I don't want you addicted to narcotics. You know what I mean? So go ahead and think outside the box. This is a good sign. This is a good thing.
I think it is too.
But Dr. Oz came out. He's the head of CMS. He came out yesterday. He had this to say. Take a listen.
We are in a weird place in America where we have mixed politics and medicine. And you know what you get when you mix politics and medicine? Politics. There is no medicine left. We witnessed that with bizarre statements, predatory actions, and many other activities that I think have forced children to the tip of the spear, where they have brunt the burden of this toxic combination. We've been told that permanently altering bodies of children, and the children are told this as well, will bring them lasting peace. But few have achieved the inner peace.
You laughing at me?
Oh, sorry. I should not scroll while we're live.
Why? What'd you get?
3 baby mamas, pardons black rappers, legalizes weed, blackest president ever.
We were this close to keeping it together.
Donald Jaquan Trump.
Oh my gosh. Well, There he said it. When you mix medicine with politics,
you've
got politics. Medicine doesn't stand a chance. But
I mean, COVID, literally. I mean, the gender psychosis, like, yes.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Well, and it didn't stop there. Secretary Kennedy Jr. He comes out, and so they're largely referring to even the American Pediatrics Association and how they have knowingly gone after children for this lopping off of body parts and saying it was legal. So you've got Trump who signed, or you've got the bill that passed through Congress that says that's illegal now throughout the country.
God.
And now you've got Secretary Kennedy talking about it. We'll play a little portion of it. Here you go.
Doctors assume a solemn obligation to protect children. Yet doctors across the country now provide needless and irreversible sex-rejecting procedures that violate their sacred Hippocratic oath by endangering the very lives that they are sworn to safeguard. The American Medical Association, the American Academy of Pediatrics, peddled the lie that chemical and surgical sex-rejecting procedures could be good for children who suffer from gender dysphoria. They betrayed the estimated 300,000 American youth ages 13 to 17, conditioned to believe that sex can be changed. They betrayed their Hippocratic oath to do no harm. So-called gender-affirming care has inflicted lasting physical and psychological damage on vulnerable young people. This is not medicine, it is malpractice. We're done with junk science.
This is not medicine, it's malpractice.
It is 1,000% malpractice. Again, we need Nuremberg 2.0 because the crimes against humanity have been egregious since COVID. Actually, they've been egregious since 1986 when the government decided to give pharmaceutical industries immunity.
Reagan. Love ya. What the hell were you thinking?
That was not okay.
That was not okay. And listen, I don't see a single Democrat that comes out and calls their side of the party out on that at all. Not a single damn one. Well, so.
And then Bernie Sanders doubles down. I cannot. So sickening. Disgusted.
Disgusted.
On a whole other level.
And here's the thing. They're doubling down in your local school district, too. Don't think that just because this makes perfect sense to you and I, and because our leadership from the top down is now trying to right this ship, don't think that it's going anywhere. I'm telling you, these people who believe that this was okay, they believed it was okay to give puberty blockers to those going through puberty, that somehow it wasn't going to have a long-term effect. Oh, just postpone it until they know how they feel. Guess what? When you postpone those hormones, it has an effect on the development of their mind, of their bodies, and it also, guess what? It stops them from developing, so they largely don't know.
So you know how this is correlated with the vaccines, right?
Other than making lifelong customers of the pharmaceutical
industry?
That
part, and how they're like, it's the same tactic. Would you rather have a dead child or a boy?
That's what they say to you.
Would you rather have a dead child or a vaccinated child? Like it's the same PR.
Would you rather kill your grandparents or wear a mask?
A mask. Right. It's the same PR tactic.
Which is why when you
then wait, they're not even giving anybody informed consent when they did these transgender medicines or surgeries. Nobody did studies to figure this out, right? They just had you participate without giving you proper informed consent. And it's even worse when they do the experiments on children.
Yeah.
This puts the Nazi, what is his name? The guy that did the experiments, Mengele.
Mengele.
Him, he puts him to shame. Makes him look like a saint.
Yep. Well,
this is wild.
And this is why we said throughout COVID, Allie, that if you're really asking me if my choice is between freedom or safety,
freedom.
You have to have freedom because you'll never have safety without it. And
I provide
give
my
me
safety.
liberty or give me death. I'm sorry. Where are those words from? That wasn't just some random guy.
And all of them have said it. Give me liberty or give me death. Period.
Amen. Well,
loyalty before dishonor.
There is just a little bit of good news. Not that isn't good news, but we did hear yesterday that
heavy
100 nominees for Trump were confirmed last night. last night. I think we've got video, but it's not a whole lot of audio. Let's just go ahead and
God.
play it. Let's
They
go ahead
just
and play it.
ran it through.
Yep. So 53 yays, 43 nays. Along.
Go Ashley Moody.
Ashley Moody.
Yays are
It's ridiculous
43,
that it's
the
taken
nays
so
are
long, but he's got
43, and the
100 of
en
his
bloc
nominees
are
have just
confirmed.
pushed through. So
No, 100%. And I wonder if they have put Plakin in.
I did not get a breakdown on what it was.
I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to ask our friend because the CISA director, I think, still needs to be confirmed.
That was a Senator Scott thing, right?
Yeah, Senator Rick Scott. Guys, always make sure that you follow Open Mic Ladies and the Hollow Alliance X on X because we give out calls to action all the time about what's going on nationally and local to Florida. And if you need a call to action to be pushed out in your state, let us know. Go to contact at
openmicladies.com or
I was gonna say Coastal Conservative. Wrong one.
which program are we on?
That's later.
Or contact. Or here, drink up. At contact at coastal. Contact. Hey, we just lost the whole team over here.
We did. Everybody's
Contact
gone.
at
Just laughing.
thehollowalliance.com
Yeah, that
too.
one.
Because we always get stopped and people ask, what could I do? What can I do? That's what you can do.
Yes.
Tune in. We always put the call to actions there. And so, yeah, we'll definitely let you know what you can do. Because we don't take any time off through the holidays. We've got to keep pushing through.
I need time off, y'all.
Well, we're going to take some time off at some point because, Lord, this has been a rough week. Okay, I think I've said that all week that it's a rough week. And I'm going to change.
Beach somewhere.
A remote beach.
I just need to be alone. No cell service.
You don't want me even?
For 2 days. 3 days.
Do you need space from your bestie? I stress you out, don't I? It's all the late night phone calls. That's fine, whatever.
It's fine.
I'll go talk to chat. She'll be my friend. Whoever's running that White House TikTok.
The best. Oh my gosh, they use Sean Farash's fa la 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 la. It's great.
Take a look at this.
Even if I wanted to go, my schedule wouldn't allow it. 4 o'clock, wallow in self-pity. 4:30, stare into the abyss.
Democrats in
5 o'clock,
2025.
solve world hunger. Tell no one. 5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked. Of course, if I want the loathing to 9, I could still be done in time to lay in bed, stare at the ceiling, and slip slowly into madness. But what would I wear?
That is our famous line because every time Allie and I get ready to go out somewhere or it's an event or something, I'm like, but what would I wear?
It's so fun. I swear, whoever is running the White House comms, social medias, needs an award. It is the best thing. I love this timeline. I absolutely love it. I'm never deleting this app. I absolutely love it. It's great.
Well, and I don't get on TikTok as much because the truth be known, there was one time I saw a video that I liked and I wanted to share it. And so I clicked what I thought was the share thing. And I ended up sending a private message to the account. Ooh. And they were like, and then, then they responded and then it got really awkward. But so I was asking my daughter, I'm like, Brie, how do I do this? So there's like, it's different. It's different than Instagram. If they would just make them, and then like, you had to give me a tutorial on X. She's like, so when you repost, you want a quote because then it like, and I'm like, what? Can we just get the language together?
No.
The people over 40 aren't okay.
You're fine.
We're not okay.
You
We're
can
not
learn it.
okay with this.
You can teach an old dog new tricks.
She just called me an old dog.
You always refer to yourself as old, so knock it off. And I'm always
gonna
telling you to stop.
I'm young. Most of the rooms I'm in,
You are young.
I thank you.
Young is definitely, it's a state of mind, girl.
Okay.
It's good.
If Allie says so.
I say so.
I know we're kind of waiting to see if our guest, David Pollock's going to join us because we have a few more things coming up. Well, he's out in Phoenix.
He is, and it's
We
early.
are having major FOMO, fear of missing out, because we were supposed to be there, but then some things happened and whatever. So, it's interesting. Before we go to, I want to show you, there's a couple of highlights. One in particular I want to show you. This was Erica Kirk on the stage from AmFest yesterday. Just want to know your opinion of this. Take a listen.
We're going to ensure that President Trump has Congress for all 4 years.
I see.
We are going to get my husband's friend, J.D. Vance, elected for 48 and the most resounding way possible.
We can bring it back, Krista. All right,
I am excited.
So you know who posted that? There's an account that's very DeSantis leaning, and they posted that and said 2028. It might be a battle then, and I'm like,
JD Vance is the pick, y'all. That's it. Period. JD Vance. It's JD Vance. I don't care. It's JD Vance.
Well, joining us from Phoenix, where I am so sorry. It's like, 3 hours behind. So I hope you have some coffee ready, David.
We love you, David.
Host of the David Pollack Show. Joining us remotely is David Pollack. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I have a full signal, by the way, but the internet is really weird here because there's like 50,000 Patriots here for the Turning Point event. But no, I haven't had coffee yet. All I have is this crappy hotel room coffee. So as soon as I leave you ladies, I'm going to Starbucks for a well-deserved caffeine jolt. What is up with your elf, by the way? It's Christmas.
This is Donnie, the elf.
Yeah,
the commander-in-chief.
You know, hands where we can see him, Donnie. So yes, Erica Kirk's speech yesterday was amazing at AmFest. The energy here was crazy. I can't tell.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, I have seen. See, I knew. When we've been to a few student action summits, AmFests, and you've never seen the amount of energy that you see right now. Here in Arizona, the lines wrapping around the block, but everybody's happy about it. Nobody's upset that they're waiting. Just the enthusiasm and the faith. It's just incredible to be here. But more than that, Erica Kirk's comments yesterday. Now, usually Charlie Kirk has this huge walkout. There's booming music, and Erica had that. But it wasn't quite the same vibe. Instead, she came like a CEO and really laid out the success that Turning Point's having and laid out her vision for the continuation of Turning Point. She gave a great message, a story that she told that when Charlie ran I think it was last AmFest or 2 AmFests ago when President Trump was here, he asked Charlie to join him on Air Force One. So he said to Erica, hey, I'm going with the president. You got to close out AmFest. She's like, what? It's like, don't worry. That's why I married you. You'll figure it out. And she told that story and how that relates to this. And it was a great speech. Then and it was very positive. Like she said, we can't be divided. We have to, it was very uplifting and positive. Then Ben Shapiro comes out.
I know. He set the whole thing on fire.
Holy cow. So I'm sitting here watching this. Ben Shapiro comes out and, he's Ben, but he starts naming names, calling people cowards, saying that that conversations shouldn't happen. And if anybody's tolerating these conversations, they're basically accomplices to it. And he just lit it on exactly like he said. He took what Erica said, talking about unity and coming together and getting JD Vance elected. And he's like, screw all of these people. Now, I get it. He's upset because Charlie was a friend. Turning Point's an important organization to him. There's a lot of anti-Semitic, anti-type Jew rhetoric out there because of the confusion between the role of Israel and Jewish people in general. And Ben's pissed. And so I get that. A lot of people are pissed. And, of course, Tucker ends the night. And so it was a very interesting bookend hearing Tucker's sort of response to Ben. And, I'll tell you, if you saw Brian Glenn on Rav, he was really upset. And he's like, we're tearing each other apart. And this is how we win in 2026. And I agree. What you saw with Ben Shapiro, what you saw with Tucker, and look, Tucker's amazing. He's such an amazing speaker.
Yeah.
But we can't have this division going into 2026. And to bring it back to what you said when I first hopped on, you talk about JD Vance, and you heard the place go nuts for JD Vance. I believe all of this division is exactly to stop JD Vance, because the 2020, and we've talked about this, the 2026 midterm elections, they're going to say it's a referendum on Trump. And I believe that whether it's the GOP establishment, the Democrats, globalists, call them the boogeymen, I think they are very interested in seeing Republicans lose the House or at least underperform so they can suggest that Trump isn't the answer. So going into 2028, they can put one of their GOP, any of the people in waiting, the establishment folks that were trying to wait out Trump. Because if Trump is successful in 2026, as Trump is successful in his presidency, well, JD Vance will be the next president. And that means MAGA continues. And there's no more horrible situation if you're the GOP establishment than imagining 8 more years of JD Vance and then maybe 8 years of Marco Rubio. And then MAGA is firmly cemented into America. And honestly, that's what we need in order for this country to survive. So we are dealing with a lot here. But it doesn't matter. AmFest is off the chain, and the young people here have so much energy, and I'm very confident for the direction of this country with these young people taking the lead.
I am so excited that you're there. I texted you the other day and I was like, I have so much FOMO right now. I'm so mad. It just, whatever, it did work out. It's fine. But what is the energy like? Like, what are you hearing from the next generation that is in the room? What are they talking about? How are they feeling coming into this?
You know, there's so many high school students. And then like when Erica asked, how many of you are in high school? So many kids raised their hands. Chapters popping up all over the country. So really, the energy is fierce. I mean, it's like a fierce rejection of the woke nonsense that a lot of our youth have been dealing with for a generation now at this point. I mean, and they're rejecting it. And then I think with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, something set off inside of them. And they said, you know what, enough is enough. And you see them here. They're not ashamed to be religious. They're not ashamed to be Christian. They're not ashamed to be Jewish. They're not ashamed to wear a MAGA hat and walk around in the street and be patriotic. They're proud to be American. And that is exactly what we need in this youth movement. And maybe they can teach some of us boomers. I don't know if I'm a boomer or not, but I'm getting there.
Definitely not.
We were just talking about age a minute ago. We're like, age is but a number. I'll figure out how to use X when I can. I wanted to ask
algebra.
you, David, because you're the one that's in that room. How was there kind of a moment where they kind of had a memory for Charlie Kirk? Because I wonder what that was like. This is the first time, obviously, having this type of event without him there. So what was that like?
They did first it started obviously with a prayer and the Star Spangled Banner, and then they had like a video or a moment of silence for Charlie, and then a video. And there was a lot of people were upset. A lot of people were sad. And you know, it was crazy. I ran into MAGA Hulk right before the
He's
and
a great guy.
I beat him in arm wrestling. It's not that big of a deal. So I ran into him.
He let you
on my way
okay.
in. I ran into him on the way to the area where they were speaking. You know, I forget what they call it, general, or whatever it is. I was walking in there, and I saw him, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" And that's when Charlie's video came on. And afterward, I said, "You know, when I saw you, I was excited, but I was also a little bit sad." And I said, you know, last time we saw each other, Charlie was still alive. And, you know, I thought about a lot of my influencer friends that I see at Turning Point events because, you know, that could have happened to any one of us. And that was the significance of Charlie's death. He was a man who had conversations and they killed him for it. And so seeing my friends here who do the same thing on college campuses across the country and then seeing them okay and healthy, it really took me a moment. I said, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. And he goes, you know, I had the same feeling when I saw you. And then we saw the video. So certainly there is a sort of a somber overtone about it. But you know what? There's a lot of memory, and it's a good place for everybody to be together and heal and look forward to making America even greater.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, David. And I always love your perspective and your strategy take on all things political. Please give a warm hug to all of our influencer friends. Mm-hmm. That is partly why I wanted to be there. One, to commemorate Charlie, and just to
make sure you're all okay.
Yeah,
you know,
among everyone, and to see everyone in the flesh would have been great. So just tell everybody we said hi, and send us all your content. We'll push it out.
We'll push it out, sir.
Sounds good. I got to remember to make it. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I mean, be in the moment, but don't forget content.
Yeah, exactly.
Content. Thank you so much, David. Thank you for joining us on Open Mic.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I love that. So if you are not following David Pollack, you need to go and follow at David Pollack USA on all social media platforms. Yeah. He had an amazing video that he put out last night and literally said, we are all Charlie Kirk. We are all Charlie Kirk. Yes, it is somber. Yes, everybody's wondering, you know, sad that Charlie's not here. But Charlie is here. Charlie is here. He's in every single one of us. Every single one that decides to speak truth. Every single person that will hand you the mic and say, where are you coming from? And let's have a conversation. Yeah. That is a Charlie Kirk. And God bless everybody that is there at AmFest, and we pray for your safety while you're there.
And the insecurity is tight there, and I think we need to just continue to pray for their security. You know, I'm glad he mentioned Club America and all of the high school
all the
students.
high school kids.
I was telling you,
amazing.
I've had many discussions with our local high school students on offhand discussions about about what they're doing and how they're feeling, and how, guys, we have been having a lot of bullying and shaming that's been going on with our conservative students, not just on college campuses, but yes, even on high school campuses. And them finding their voice and their courage and their footing, and us having this dialogue that we don't have to necessarily demonize each other just for having a discussion. This is how we change the course of America. And I'm with you, Allie. I was one of the largest skeptics of J.D. Vance at the beginning of all this.
David's right. The GOP they're just trying to wait Trump out. They don't think that MAGA's going to outlive.
And that's not
President
all of the
Trump.
GOP. It's just the
establishment.
Yes, the establishment.
It's the establishment. They're going to put up their bought and paid for candidates that will say what they want while they're in front of you on the campaign trail, and then they'll get up there and they won't do anything. And that is, I'm talking about local backyard, from your school board all the way up to Congress. Every single elected board, you have to be publicly, politically involved. You have to be.
And that means getting out there and listening to your constituents.
Ask them the difficult questions.
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid. Be a Charlie in every room.
Absolutely. Well, that is it for us here on Open Mic, ladies. Guys, I know you're going to have a wonderful weekend, but make sure you follow at Allie Leger. Here, lift him up. And at Michelle Posey and at OpenMicLadies.com.
Man, I wish we had the Sean Farash video. Do we have it? We don't have it?
I like how he said, hey, Mr. Trump, keep your hands where we can see them.
I know. I'm going to send it. It's Krista. If I send it to you,
we are.
Or do we not have any time? I think we have some time.
We could do it. We've got like maybe 2 minutes. Hold on. Let me try to position him real quick. Let me try to. I don't think so. It's the new Fa La La one.
I got you, girl.
She said
it's
she
right
got
here.
you, girl.
I just
okay,
sent it. This is great. So
well,
I'm going to set it up.
Set it up, girl.
Sean Farash does the best Trump impersonations. And the White House social media staff has used this voiceover that he does, this voice, in this song, and created a video of it. Dan Scavino reposted it. It is amazing. I love it. I love Sean Farash.
Let us know when you have it, Krista.
The best Donald Trump impersonation.
We are so last minute, and
I know.
I
love you,
apologize
Krista.
if they cut, because it's like we're like so up against a hard break. But if you can watch this live, I want you guys to be able to see it.
Hey guys, also, if you are in Arizona right now attending AmFest and you want to get your stuff pushed out, or you want to be on Open Mic, let us know. We can do remote videos.
We can go live over
in
the weekend.
interviews. We can go live at any time. If you want to get your stuff out and pushed further, let us know. Hop in our comments, not our
DMs.
Or you can email us. No, I don't mind if you DM. Open
I don't
Mic
mind
ladies.
DMs. But just be
appropriate. And appropriate. Leave my high heels at your
Don't make our elf go, oh my gosh, what did he just
Oh man.
We'll see if we have it. I don't know if we have it.
The holidays are like right around the corner too. My gosh.
2 seconds. No. Might not have it.
Almost there, you guys. So I want to know in your comments, are you guys going out to celebrate Christmas Adam on the 23rd?
You
guys
are,
catch that?
but I don't eat ribs, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Can I have mac and cheese? Can I have mac and
do beef
cheese?
ribs
Can I have mac
instead
and
of pork ribs? If you do pork ribs, it better not be Smithfield, because that's gross. Krista's laughing. Where's the beef? Do beef ribs.
I don't like ribs
Low
at
and
all.
Slow. Low and
because
slow.
you have to barbecue them, and I'm not a barbecuer.
Ooh, I love barbecue. You can put them in the oven. Girl, I'm gonna have to make you some in the oven. Because I didn't have a grill all the time. I didn't put them in the oven.
We
and they are just
stalling. We
delicious.
stalling big time.
I know, but okay, so ham or turkey on Christmas? Or ribeye?
Ooh, I just got some intel. Hold on.
Ribeye!
Ribeye, Krista said.
I like ribeye. So my friend, Chad Caton, he said turkey's for broke people. I have. Is it ready? He said.
Okay, take a look.
We're going to leave you guys with this.
'Tis the season to deport 'em, fa la 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 la. We love ICE and we support 'em, fa la 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 la. Send them on one-way vacations, fa la 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 la. Ramp up those mass deportations, fa la 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 la. We've deported millions so far, fa la 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 la. Next we'll deport Ilhan Omar, fa la 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 la. Look at how those thugs are acting, fa la 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 la.
Let's send those bad hombres packing. Fa la 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 la. As your favorite president, who gets along very well with Santa Claus, our gift to you is mass deportations. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
That is precious.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll catch you bright and early on Monday. Have a great, fantastic weekend.
God
we
bless
love
you.
y'all. Bye.
Bye.
What do you do when the gas is high?